is my '85 Supra that we pretend is a rally car. I only pretend that because it's run a bunch of rallies and done so pretty successfully. We've got it pretty well prepared and just about where I want it to be, but we still have one major problem, and it's lighting. This thing has very outdated lighting, and we added one pair of Hella fog lights before one of the last major rallies it went to, and they're fog lights. They didn't really help much. Running these rallies on twisty back forest roads that are, you know, not lit at all, you need some broad spread lighting. So today we're gonna get it squared away. We got something much more gooder lined up, and I think you're gonna like it. It's gonna be a good day. And I'm glad you're here for it. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I'm Gavin, and you're watching Red Hen Racing.
Speed it up, 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 speed it up. Go faster, ayy, go faster, ayy, go faster, ayy, go faster, ayy.
Fuck. Cannot find a nut that fits this threaded rod to hold the battery down. It's really pissing me off. We gotta have a secure battery tie down for, like, you know, events, and can't find one, but we'll deal with that later. Let's look at the lighting stuff we got. I think we gotta pull those Hellas off. I think they're actually in the way of the bar that we're gonna be running, which is in here. Ugh. Let me in! Ugh. They packaged the shit out of this thing.
This is stupid.
Fuck. Alright. So this is a bomber bar from Techno Toys Tuning, and we're gonna use it as a light bar. It's gonna get mounted, you know, right there where it goes, and we're gonna weld some tabbies on here for the lights to mount to. And it's got an integrated tow hook. But I think the current Hellas are in the way, so we're gonna have to get those pulled off. We'll get this rigged up, and then we'll see about welding up light tabs onto it. And how we're gonna reattach those. I guess those will get welded to this as well. I don't know. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. And the lights that we're gonna be using are these Hella 500 FFs. They're just a basic driving beam pattern, but 4 of them ought to do the trick. We gotta uninstall these old ones first, and I'm gonna go ahead and undo all of the wiring that I did to wire them up, just so that we can start fresh and wire everything up as a whole, keep it a little bit tidier, I think. So there's a bunch of wiring tucked down in here, and I can see where I pulled the ground from, so just gotta figure where I found power from. And oh, here's the relay that I mounted. It's been a while since I installed these. Alright. Got both of the lights actually, like, loose and dangly. Probably should have put a quick disconnect on these wires, and we will do that when we put them back together. So now we can see the bolts. There's a bolt head in there. We got to get those bolts out, and that's what secures that bar. Oh, that actually just came, it either snapped or came out easy, one or the other. Neat. All right, let's see if the other one comes out that easy. Oh yeah. Now, do these fit down in the bar? See, so these go inside of here, and they don't fit with their washers. They didn't provide any hardware, so we're gonna reuse the original bolts that we just pulled out, but we gotta get rid of the big washer that's on them. But they're those style of washer that's like captive on there, so cutting it off. And that's fine, that's fine. Gimme. Alright, our bolts fit now, so let's see if this thing just goes in place. It wants to eat my socket. God damn. Give me my socket. There we go. All right. Bar is torqued into place and fits really good, actually. These are the tabbies that we wanted to use to mount the lights on the bar, but I don't think they're long enough. We see the bar is perfectly flat back here, a little further back into the bumper than I thought it would be. So out here at the edges, these might be long enough, but when it comes to the middle where the bumper is curved, they're not nearly long enough. So we're gonna need those to be longer. And I have a huge box of them. These are relatively cheap light tabs that you can get on Amazon. We're just gonna take and extend them by welding 2 of them together like that. So then we'll have longer ones, because that's easier and more on hand than trying to order ones that would fit better to start with. So we're just gonna weld those up, and that's gonna be the move. Whoop. Because I'm a welder. Because I am a professional welder. Yeah. Ow! Ow! Fuck! Ah! My welding Crocs. IR welder. It's okay. We're gonna grinder and paint them. Got all our tabs welded up and ground down, looking better. Just boring them out to fit the mounting bolts for the lights. Keep getting, you know, sometimes you get it first try and sometimes you don't. Yeah, you know, a little more on this one. But they're gonna look good. We've already got it measured out how far apart they need to be on here for these to mount at a little bit of an upwards angle, and then the lights will be able to sit, you know, pretty center line on the bumper. That's what we're going for. So right about there, and that's the move. Just gotta finish boring these out, and then we can start welding these up.
What you got that creeper for?
My welding shorts are a little unprotected, honestly. I think I need new ones. But those are looking quite mediocre, so we're gonna hit them with some grinder as well, and then we're gonna reinforce them with some gusset. Hold on, let me move my yeast. Don't worry about what that's for, mind your business. These are the gussets we're gonna be using. Big old pack of them that I got on Amazon, as is tradition, because I buy like literally everything on Amazon. Small roll bar gussets with holes from Speedway Motors. Those are pretty nice little gussets, and they're gonna go nicely on either side of our bars here. It means having to, you know, do a little bit of alterations, notching one side for it to fit against the bar and stuff. So we've already got one mocked up. Alex is using it as a template. We need a total of 8 of them. So here's one that he's got templated. That's the material that needs to be removed. So gonna get those made up, and then we're ready to weld those up. And then we'll be ready to stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. What the fuck is that, Beans? Still haven't figured what we're gonna do with the old fog lights, but either way, there's no disconnects anywhere. So we've got these, boop, and they've got a nice little gasket, waterproof and all that. So that's what all of the lights will be rigged up on. We're gonna go ahead and remove the fog lights and get that wired up.
What was that?
An inconvenience. Yeah. I don't know if I want you to show them this. I'm really bad at soldering. Like, it's like welding but tiny, and I'm not good at either of them. All of the tabs are mounted, all 6 of them. We've got the 4 for the big hellas that we're adding on the front, and we also have 2, 1 on each side for those fogs that were already in place. I've already cleaned up the welds that I wasn't too happy with. You know, they were pretty good looking to start with. Just a little grinder, make them look a little bit better. What?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I'm minding my own business.
So anyways, I cleaned up the welds that were perfectly fine before. Already scrubbed down all the red that's remaining. I decided I don't want this bar to be red.
It was too bright red against the maroon.
What?
It was too bright red against the maroon. It clashed. It looked weird.
So anyways, like I was saying, it was too bright of a red against this, not maroon. We've scrubbed it down, and I'm gonna paint it with the same Rust-Oleum black stainless steel that we painted the roll cage with. I was really happy with how it came out on that, and I think it's appropriate for this. So say my welds were fine.
They're the best welds I've ever seen.
You heard it here first. I'm a welder. All right, we've got it painted and it's getting late. I guess we're gonna go ahead and call it a night and let this dry overnight. We'll come out, get them mounted up, and work on the wiring tomorrow. Morning. Looks like our paint dried last night. We're good to go ahead and test mount everything up and see if it looks like we welded these things evenly. I'm a measure once, weld twice kind of guy, so we'll see how that went. Can you hear that? What's going on in here?
Nothing. Who's that? Who's that?
Hey, he's getting loud. He learns new noises every week. Some of them are neat, and some of them are not neat. All right. Let's pop, lock, and drop these lights into place. Alright, everything's mounted up, but I haven't wired anything aside from just attaching those pigtails that we're using, these guys. Other than just attaching those male ends to every single light, I haven't wired anything yet, and I'm just starting to look at it, and it's going to require a little bit of patience. The new lights all come with their own harnesses, which, fun fact, have 47 feet of ground wire. Don't know why. All of the other wires are like 4 feet long, and then there's just miles of excess ground. I don't know what they're doing with that. But I'm formulating an idea of how to integrate all of this into what's already on the car. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Basically, the fog lights, the square boys that were already on there, we want those to come on automatically when the headlights are on. These big new boys, we want them to be only hot when the brights are on. So that's what we're going for. It's just gonna take a little bit of wiring witchcraft. And I hate that. But it's a pretty simple car to play with wiring on. So shouldn't be hard to find the trigger wire for high beams that we need. We've already got sources for power and ground. Yeah, let's wire some shit up. Bing bong. It occurs to me that we haven't tested any of these lights yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that the relay works and stuff. Grab our handy dandy test leads. Grab this on the ground. Okay, got our positive hooked up, positive terminal on, and when I boot this to the negative terminal, the left pair should light up. Hell yeah. Now the right pair. Oof. Hey, they work. So I didn't fuck up putting 2 to the right relay and 2 to the left relay. Let's get them on all together now. All of them work. Wow. Carrying on with wiring. Wiring them up. Got a bunch of lights and we're wiring them up. Wiring them up. Wiring them up. Got a bunch of lights and we're wiring them up. After doing a little bit of poking around, it would seem that this top plug right here, that's our signal for the high beams. It's this pink with blue stripe. And all that has to do is connect to this yellow wire, and then we'll do a little tidying up, and we're done. If you can't solder good, solder a lot. Alright, let's give that a quick op test. See if we have accomplished the main objective here. Oh, I'll get my light out of there. It's probably gonna flip-flop and try to crush it. Lights on. There's low beams and square boys. And then when we hit the high beams, we should get... Wow. Look at that. Everything works. We done it. We can put this all back together now. Oh fuck, I have to run that light back up. Man, this takes a second. Every single time. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck was that? Man, it tried to eat me. Well, I'm gonna be here for a minute. Now seems like a good time to thank the pit crew for supporting the channel. If you're interested in joining, there's a link in the description. You get a permanent discount on merch, you get early access to the videos. You also get some members-only videos where sometimes I'll say Also, if you're following the weight loss journey, this is what we're at right now. And if you're wondering how I've dropped that much in like the month that I've been actively trying, it's actually pretty easy. For small snacks and stuff, I'll eat something like a handful of carrots instead of an entire pizza. Weird, when you do that, you don't weigh 330 pounds anymore. All right, let's get this bound up. And there we go. That looks tidy enough for something that hides behind the headlight, if I do say so myself. Man, these tiny screws got me stressing. I'm gonna drop one of these motherfuckers. All right, that one made it. Fuck. Look at that, boys. We actually pulled it off. So, we can put that plastic shield back on. Don't mind me while I just wind this back up again. Jesus Christ. If you like to talk to tomatoes. I can't remember how I fished this out of here, but it wasn't easy. Here we go. Now it's time for everybody's favorite game show. Where the fuck did I hide those screws? Do you see the screws? That's right, the screws are over here. Can you say delicioso?
Delicioso!
You're bleeding on my floor.
It's really bright out there. And I'm really happy with how those look. Now we just need to get them aligned. I'm gonna drive it to work tonight, and I don't know when or how I'm going to align them. Like, I go to work when it's daylight, and then I don't get off until it's daylight again. So maybe the job site I'm at will let me pop out to the parking lot and align them on their wall or something. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. Man, it got f***ing dark out here. I told boss I was going to go take a so I got to be pretty quick about this, but it finally got dark. We got a big wall over there that we should be able to align headlights on. Let's go do that. So I'm gonna start with the headlights themselves because it was like visibly wrong, and it's always pointed at the ground a little bit. That's looking pretty good on the headlights themselves. Now let's take the covers off of the square hellas and see if we can get those looking where they need to be. That's pointed straight at the ground. That's pointed straight at the ground also. Oh god, oh god. Hell yeah. Go ahead and tighten all of those up where they are, and then we'll look at the high beams. It's a pretty nice pattern, I think, actually. It's a pretty good spread. They were definitely poorly aligned before. So now let's see what these high beams look like. I haven't taken the covers off to see how bright they actually look or anything. Alright, let's see what we got. Ah, yes, pointed all directly at the ground. That's what we were going for. Hey, they work really good though. Alright, let's see if we can get those to point somewhere logical. This seems like a good starting point. And now we've run into a problem. They're already contacting the bumper. There's no room for them to lean back any further. So we are gonna have to modify our brackets. Rough draft of the brackets was close. We got two pointed right at the ground in front of us, but two of them pointed really well, actually. So that's a good start. We're gonna call that for now. I will take a look at the brackets and make some adjustments when I get home in the morning. And I should probably get back to whatever it is that I do around here, because I enjoy being employed.
The next morning.
All right, shortest night at work ever. We're back in the garage. It's definitely not 3 days later and in the middle of an apparent hurricane. Boop. We're gonna get this shit straight. Easy plan of action is the two outside ones are good. They aligned perfectly fine. We're just going to move the middle two outward some. And this is why we installed quick releases on our wiring. Nothing to do with my commitment issues. It's for convenience. Even though these two are adjusted fine, I am gonna get them out of the danger zone while I'm welding on these. Let me get the other three pulled off and then clean these two up for welding. We're back at our wall again, but it's kind of windy and got fucking cold again for some reason. So I'm just gonna hurry through this. Enjoy a song. This is my new favorite song this week. Ka-chow. Woo. All right, now for the big girls. Also, I didn't show you, but I put yellow film on the two outside ones, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. Woo. That's it. That's where they need to be. It's cold. I'm getting back in the car. Catch you on the flip side. Gotta go back to stupid work again tonight. And the Supra is not here. It's off getting the exhaust done.
I gotta pee.
If you want one of those hoodies, we still have some. We also still have a couple of these gray premium shirts. They're pretty nice, these front and back prints, but there's only a couple of sizes left. Main Push is on the more budget-oriented basic tees that we have that are just a front print. I've got those on sale for 50% off right now.
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
Because we made way too many of them. I would like for you to get them out of my house, honestly. They're on sale for $6.50 if you use the code TOOMANYSHIRT at checkout. I would love to give you some driving impressions of the lights we just installed and spent a lot of time setting up properly, but I just woke up and it's daytime still, as is tradition. But it's ready for the rally this weekend, Saturday. It's the first rally since we've had this thing back together, since we broke it at the rally back in August of last year. We were driving on it. We were driving it like this. So we'll see how it does with all the new suspension and everything. It should be a good time. And Sunday, Sky is running a race school in her new race car. You can't see it because it's washed out because it's bright outside. I guess you'll have to subscribe to see what it is. Okay, love you, bye.
We out here doing hella gang shit.